Hey everyone, welcome to week 3 of our Denied series. This past weekend, we focused on something that doesn't come naturally to most of us, and it's the discipline of silence. And not just being quiet, but learning how to deny ourselves in both what we say and what we choose not to say. In Ecclesiastes, we're reminded that there is a time for silence and a time to speak. And the challenge is knowing the difference and having the self-control to obey God in both of those seasons. Too often we get it backwards, right? We speak when we should be silent, and we stay silent when we should be standing up and speaking for something or for someone. And we looked first at how Jesus modeled silence in preparation. Right, in the Gospel of Matthew, in chapter 4, Jesus is led into the wilderness for 40 days, alone, hungry, and silent. And in that silence, he was tested. Would he trust God or give in to his own desires? When Jesus was tempted, he didn't rely on his feelings. He relied on God's word, saying that no man should live by bread alone. See, silence wasn't emptiness, it was preparation. And the same thing is true for us. Sometimes the silence in your life isn't absence, it's God preparing you. And maybe you're waiting on answers, healing, or direction. What if God is using that quiet season to shape your heart? Then we looked at the silence in persecution, right? In Matthew 26 and 27, Jesus is falsely accused, mocked, and put on trial. But what does he do? In the midst of all the accusations and everything going on, he remains silent. He doesn't defend himself. He doesn't retaliate. His silence wasn't weakness, but it was trust. The book of Isaiah in chapter 53 says that he opened not his mouth like a lamb being led to the slaughter. And in 1 Peter, it reminds us that Jesus didn't return insult for insult, but he entrusted himself to God. And that's what godly silence looks like. It's not just quiet, but it's immovable trust. So here's the question for us to wrestle with. Where do we need to deny ourselves? Do we need to step away from the noise and social media and opinions and distractions and just sit in silence with God? Or are you in a season where you're being attacked or maybe misunderstood or criticized, and God is calling you to trust Him instead of reacting? Because silence isn't passive, it's powerful when it's surrendered to God. And at the end of the day, when we all face a choice, we can use silence to avoid standing out, or we can use silence to glorify God. So let's be the people that deny ourselves and trust Him in every season. Enjoy your discussion today.